Greetings, chatters, talkers, and seekers. As we all settle back from our Thanksgiving weekend, welcome back to the chat. So, unless you've been living under a digital rock, you've probably seen the growing tension right now between President Trump and segments of the Somali community in Minnesota and the political fallout involving Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Trump made some very blunt comments about immigration, culture, and vetting. The Somali community pushed back hard, and in the middle of that clash, Ilhan Omar, normally extremely confident, suddenly looks like she's scrambling. When a politician starts yelling panic instead of presenting solutions, you already know the ground under them is shifting. But here's the thing. This story in Minnesota didn't fall from the sky. It fits into a much bigger pattern people don't like to talk about openly. For decades, Kenya, for example, has been dealing with its own complicated relationship with Somali diaspora communities inside the country, including real concerns about cross-border loyalties, informal funding networks, and the influence of extremist groups like Al-Shabaab. Now, let's be responsible here. This does not mean every Somali Kenyan is involved in wrongdoing, obviously not. But Kenya has openly documented cases, court trials, intelligence reports, years of issues around financing, cross-border infiltration, and tensions that emerged specifically because of divided loyalties between Kenya and Somalia. It's a real national security conversation in Kenya to this day. And as another example, if you shift your eyes to Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, you see an eerily similar playbook. You have the Banyamulenge, a Rwanda-fund community that has lived in Congo for generations, yes, but within that identity space, you also have armed factions like M23. And the M23 claims to be Congolese rebels, but the world also knows they operate with deep ideological, political, and logistical ties to neighboring Rwanda. And when an armed group is fighting on your soil, attacking your people, funding itself with your minerals, while claiming to be patriots of your country, but all signs point to loyalty elsewhere, that's not liberation. That's infiltration. That's exploitation. So look at these three places: Minnesota, Kenya, Eastern DRC. What do they all have in common? The question of loyalty. The question of who are you really serving? The question of, if you claim to belong to a nation, why are your actions benefiting somewhere else? When people insist loudly that they are Americans or Kenyans or Congolese, but their financial networks, political activism, or armed actions strengthen another nation entirely, then the tension isn't racism or xenophobia or bigotry. It's simply, don't claim citizenship while practicing betrayal. Don't demand protection from a country you don't feel obligated to protect in return. Here's the chat stance, clear and simple. If any group, anywhere, claims to be true citizen of a country, then loyalty to that country must be non-negotiable. You can celebrate your heritage, you can love your culture, but if your political energy, your finances, or your allegiances consistently serve another state, another militia, another agenda, expect to be questioned. That's not hate, that's national integrity. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay loyal. This is The Chat. We out.
And if you really can't take it, become a hermit.